Shan in Iloilo.
IMT Conversations with Rhod Tecson. An incisive and sharp discussion of today's current issues. Ang pagpadayon sa duwa ka dekada nga serbisyo publiko. IMT Conversations with Rhod Tecson.
My name is Rhod Tecson and this is IMT Conversations and IMT News. Our next live interview is something different. In the first place, I have to speak English. But nonetheless, this will be a very interesting discussion as we are graced by the presence of no less than the CEO of one of the BPOs here in Iloilo City. That's XtendOps Live. We have with us Shan McCreery. Shan, good afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
And welcome to Iloilo, or welcome back to Iloilo.
It's nice to be back. It's been too long.
Mm-hmm. It's been too long. How long have you stayed here? And since when did you stay here?
Yeah, no, I haven't. I was looking at my phone actually before I got here. It was January of 2020 was the last time I was here. So it's been over 2.5 years. So so before the whole COVID lockdown situation.
And you're back for the 3rd year anniversary of XtendOps.
Yeah, we're just right at the 3-year mark. So we're really excited, sort of celebrating how we got things started here.
Going back to 2020 and now it's 2022, how's the industry?
Industry is very different. A lot of things have changed. COVID has certainly kind of reshaped the landscape, and I think it's also sort of changed the players in the game a little bit.
COVID has changed the landscape of the industry. Tell us how.
I think every company has to really look at how they operate now. And I think any company that sort of wants to be ready for what could happen has to have a really good remote work strategy. So every company has to think about how they can get their employees home in case something happens like COVID did. And I think a lot of companies are now realizing that outsourcing is a really strong option to help them with that remote strategy.
All right, a bit intrigued. How did your company XtendOps survive COVID? Like you were here 2020, and then there's a series of lockdowns, and now you will be celebrating your 3rd year anniversary.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of surviving, I mean, it was pretty crazy. So our company started in 2019. So relatively new company, and 2020 rolls around, and with that comes COVID, and at that time I wasn't able to travel. No one else from my U.S. team was able to travel, so it was really just our Philippines team here that we had to really rely on and count on. And I think a big part of just our company in general is really focused on employee empowerment and really having trust and really focused on the concept of one team. And I think what's really great is our team really came together, despite the risks, to really make sure that the business survived COVID. And I remember, I think we had 8 days, I think, to get our team completely remote. Otherwise, we had to shut down our operations and tell our customers, and our team pulled it off and allowed our company to survive. And today we're thriving because of that.
You mentioned about employee empowerment, which is the focus. So it means that you have an empowered team working here because you have survived those COVID days, and even when you have to shut down for 8 days of your operation just to work remotely.
Yeah, I mean, empowerment, I think, is really, I think, for me in this space especially, I think a lot of companies throw the word around and they're really good at saying it. They're not great at doing it. And I think for us, as sort of this new player in this space, we've been able to, we've more or less had to be very reliant upon it. Growing as quickly as we've had to be very dependent on our teams. Also, just with COVID too, in general, we weren't able to travel. We weren't able to spend time in person. So we really had to have that level of trust in our team to step up and do the right thing. And we've been rewarded for it. And I think that's really, a foundational aspect of our business is really finding talented people that haven't been given the opportunity. And, in this industry, a lot of individuals haven't been given the opportunity. Just whatever it is, hierarchy, or they're not senior enough, or their manager doesn't like them enough. Whereas for us, it's all about creating an even playing field for everyone and really letting the top performers really move up in the company and take on bigger roles and responsibilities.
XtendOps is a young company. You started 2019, and you're here in Iloilo. Why Iloilo?
Iloilo, wow! It all started here.
Really?
This was in 2019. This was our first location. So
okay.
We now have 6 locations globally, but it started here. Really, I think we look at a few different factors when we're expanding and just growing our footprint. And I think for us, first and foremost, it's always the people. And you look at just like the education system, university system here, really, really strong. I think just culturally as well. I think just the people here in Iloilo, it's really all about taking care of people and really doing the right thing. And I think we were really encouraged by that. And I think for us, as we move forward, Iloilo will continue to be a major, place where we continue to expand our business.
So 2019, you started here in Iloilo, and now there are 6, you have expanded to 6 more locations around the world?
Correct, yep.
From Iloilo City?
Yep.
It's an honor. You should stay in the company. And in all other 5 locations, where are they located?
Yeah, so we have 4 locations in Mexico. So we're in Monterrey, Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta, and Aguascalientes. And then in Philippines, we're in Iloilo as well as Cebu. And actually, we recently launched a U.S.-based location in San Antonio, Texas.
In Iloilo, you are employing how many Ilocos?
So right now, I believe our headcount number is around 550 employees. But we are hiring right now. We are scaling pretty tremendously through the end of the year. So I think we'll be quickly approaching the 1,000 mark.
This is a dumb question.
I ask dumb questions a lot.
But I haven't had any experience with the call center industry, with the BPO industry. What sort of things does XtendOps cater?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. I mean, honestly, when I first entered the industry, I had no idea what it was or what BPO even stood for. So I think for us, our business is primarily focused on customer experience. So really, different types of customer support is, I'd say, for us, about 70% of our business right now. Whereas the other 30% really falls into various back office tasks that we're doing for our clients. And the back office tasks are really, I think, dependent on each of our clients' business models. So that's sort of the mix right now. But I think, and what that really means is, we're really partnering with our customers, right, to support various, aspects of their operations. And, it's sort of actually the inspiration for our name, right? We're an extension, of our customers' operations, XtendOps.
XtendOps is a voice company. People take calls. Okay. And, well, of course, if you look at the live statistics, perhaps there are just like 6 people watching us, 10 people watching us, but the next time you take a look at the engagement, it's already 100,000 people have seen this interview. This is the best opportunity for you to invite more Ilonggos to join XtendOps.
My focus has always been really around, you want good, talented people, you need to pay people well, right? So I think for us, we pride ourselves in, being one of the highest paying BPOs in Iloilo. I think it's all about also doing benefits the right way. Again, talented people must be taken care of. But I think the last part for me is empowerment. And it's really, I think if you're looking for a place to build a career, not just sort of come, work for a year or two and see what's out there next, but to truly build a career, to be part of something different, this is the place to be. And I think, what I've seen and what's been really great is we've done a lot of the right things in terms of bringing the right clients on, having the right locations, and also having the right leadership team to really, I think, help facilitate individuals' growth within our company. And what's cool is seeing just like, especially the last 18 months as we've really started to grow is, individuals coming in and getting promoted within 6 months and really taking, I think, the next steps much further than, or much faster than they would at other companies.
This crossed my mind. What's growth in the industry? Is there growth in the industry?
No, it's another thing I've been talking about with a few other people because, there's lots of questions around AI and automation and, how long is BPO here to stay? And I think for me, there's a lot of different things that have happened in the world that I think actually make BPO more relevant than ever. I think COVID fundamentally changed, I think, how companies operate. Right, a lot of companies are trying to go B2C, D2C. They're trying to go directly to the consumer. Why are they trying to do that? Consumer behavior changed obviously during COVID. I was telling someone the other day that my 90-year-old grandpa was using Instacart to order groceries before he had gone to the grocery store. Right, he's using one of these platforms to order groceries, and I think as companies try to go directly to the consumer, what's going to continue to be really important is that customer experience. To maintain that brand loyalty. So for me, I see a huge opportunity with BPO moving forward, but I do think that tech will play a part in, I think, taking away some of the less complex work. So I think there's more skilled work coming in the future here.
There's a question here. I'm interested to apply. Now I'm talking to the CEO. How do they apply?
How do they apply? It's very easy. So you just go to our website, which is XtendOps.com. So it's XtendOps.com. And on there, it's fairly intuitive as to how to get there and see what positions are available today.
So the application, even the manner of applying for a job is not different. You don't have to see somebody like this employees here, or see the office physically?
We try to make it as easy as possible to apply and put your name. We do encourage individuals to come to the office, meet our team, do interviews. But I think we also recognize we're sort of in a different climate these days, and I think we try to cater to the most talented people we can get to apply.
You are on your 3rd year now. Let's move forward. What's next for XtendOps in Iloilo?
What's next for XtendOps in Iloilo? For me, it's growth. We've had a lot of success here, and I think as we've scaled up, we've continued to see great performance. So for us, we feel really confident in investing more. I think for me personally, I'd love to expand and have at least another location or 2 here. And I think just more broadly for the company, we're going to become more tech-oriented, which I think will provide lots of individuals in our company with new opportunities. We're in the process of completing an acquisition for for a tech company right now, which we're just closing, and we'll finish, I think, within the next 30 days, which will more or less allow us to better, I think, serve our customers, but also allow, I think, our agents to have, more access to tech. So
Okay.
really excited about that.
And this will be operating in Iloilo City, or?
Yep. Yes, correct. So it'll be a huge aspect of our business moving forward, and obviously, all of our team members in Iloilo will be utilizing our tech.
Okay. And from this point on, do you have any other plans of expanding beyond Iloilo and Cebu?
Yeah, for us, expansion is sort of in our blood at this point. We especially the last year, we started we launched 4 new locations, 3 of those being in Mexico, the other being in Cebu. I'd sort of expect us to open up at least 1 more location before the end of the year, and then probably 2 to 4 in 2023.
Sounds like COVID is not a problem, but an opportunity for XtendOps.
I think it's a huge opportunity for us. It's always been about sort of maintaining lean office spaces, and really, I think, focusing on catering to the employees' needs. A big focus for us is, for a good customer experience will never exceed sort of the right employee experience. So for us, it's all about providing that ideal experience for our employees, and I think a lot of that's really making sure we get our employees to come to the office, train them up, and get them home.
Somehow,
go ahead.
So somehow that has become an issue during the COVID days. The agents, the employees have to stay home instead of going to your headquarters and work. In the industry, is this an advantage, or is this kind of setup an advantage within the industry, or what?
I think, look, at the end of the day, you got to cater to what people want, right? And, I look at what's nice about sort of, I look at myself and I'm like, what would I prefer to do? I would like to go into the office once or twice a week. It's nice to interact with other people, especially after I've been locked in my house for a few years because of COVID. So I think going to an office place and interacting with other people is really nice. That said, other days of the week, I maybe didn't get a lot of sleep, and I don't want to get out of my pajamas, and I just want to be relaxed, and I want to work from home. So I think for us at the company, we're really focused on creating sort of this hybrid, work style, where you come to the office maybe once or twice a week, you work from home 3 days a week.
So you are not doing this?
So we fully embrace work from home. I think what we've seen in terms of performance as well is that, the performance has actually improved as
it's not affecting the performance, actually.
No, it's actually improving it because, again, it's all about employees being happy, employees being engaged. And I think you do that, it shows in the numbers. So for us, again, it's encouraging, I think, people to go home if that's what they want to do. But again, it's all about what our employees want.
Sounds like you just justified the problem of my editorial staff. They don't want to report anymore. They just want to work from home. But then again, that's interesting to note and to hear that efficiency has improved while people are working at home.
Absolutely.
Really.
Yeah, no, we were surprised by it too. Look, you're still going to get decent performance, when individuals are on site, and I think there's different ways that you can get help in person. But look, if you come in and you perform well and you know what you're doing and you've really built that trust within the company, you've earned the right, you have the privilege of being able to work from home. So, and by doing that and showing our employees we have that trust in them, they've kind of delivered and they perform, and I think it works out for all parties.
Yeah, because I have this experience with a friend. They started this hybrid program, working at home. Then, taking calls and eating, and then suddenly, hey, you have to be here, working for other staffs. And then eventually the company realized something is wrong, and they installed this camera in front of the computer just to ensure and make sure that the employee is working on the time prescribed for work.
Yep. Look, when you get into with work from home stuff and monitoring and such, I've never been a huge advocate of that. I think, one, you have to respect, I think, each individual's privacy, but I think the other part of it too, it really comes down to trust. And I think trust is a two-way street. I trust my employee to work from home, but I expect that employee to give it their all and work really hard. And I think we'll obviously we have different ways of monitoring if someone's working or what their performance is. I mean, the numbers don't lie, right? If someone's not working, if they're not trying, their performance is going to reflect that. And if that happens, we invite them to come back to site and we sort of try to correct that type of behavior. But in terms of monitoring, that's something that I'm really against.
Okay, finally, looking at the economic aspect and the movements around Iloilo, how, as a CEO of XtendOps, how do you look at the movement of the industry in the city?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's one of the things that initially attracted us to the city, to be honest. I think it was the recent investment in a lot of infrastructure, right? You could see that government was investing in Iloilo, and that there was a lot of growth coming. And I think what's really encouraging now, I haven't been here for about 2.5 years, and I mean, there's a whole new flyover right next to our office now that didn't exist there before. So there's clearly a lot more infrastructure, which I think is going to enable more growth, and I'm really excited about what's happening on that front.
Sean, thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ang CEO sa XtendOps, isa ka BPO firm sa siyudad sang Iloilo. Siyudad or Pavia na kamo? Pavia.
First sa Pavia.
First sa Pavia, the first BPO in Pavia. Yes, because I know may ginatukod na sa mga ikaduha. But not just Iloilo City, but the first in Pavia, our town, no? The address ng IMT is Pavia. So, iniisa ka dako nga opportunity. I love it when Sean said Iloilo has improved a lot. The last time he was here, there's no flyover yet. And 2 years later, after COVID, there's this high-rise flyover just in front of, I would assume, his chair and his table in the office. So, yes, it's fast. The economy is fast-moving. And it's really nice to know, Sean, that the first XtendOps was established here in Iloilo City, in Pavia, in Iloilo. So, he said, siling niya kaina, may Ilonggo ko siya, siling niya, nagustuhan niya ang culture. He liked the culture in Iloilo. And perhaps, mga empleyado naman, nakita kag na-realize naman nila ang manners ng pag-empower sa ila. Sean said, this is all about employee empowerment. No? And first, no, for me, this is news. No? Actually, this is the first time that I heard the CEO of a BPO firm saying that they would rather have this hybrid format for work, where they want people to work, their employees to work at home. And trust is an issue. Perhaps, idugang ko lang dira, discipline on the part of the employees. Sean said they are one of those BPO firms paying a lot bigger salaries. A salary, rather, compared to other BPO firms. So, this is a good opportunity for a lot of graduates, and for those complaining that you have no job because of COVID, Sean said, for them, COVID has become an opportunity, a big opportunity to improve, to expand, and along that improvement, along that expansion, is of course the opportunity for Ilonggos to work. No? So you just can go to the website, but Sean said he'd love to see you, so you can drop by their office. It's across City Mall. At the junction of what's the place? Ongka. Yeah. Kapag hindi nyo napabuday, kuligon nyo, kadto ka mo sa flyover, tanga ka mo da, aradang, hindi mga dubuang ka mo, no? Galantaw ka mo da, kundi ng XtendOps. No? But, if you are looking for a job, and an opportunity nga makatrabaho, kasubo nga panahon sang medyo pilupigado pagid, kag enough to raise a family, support a family, then you might as well consider the BPO industry. So thank you so much for coming, and congratulations. We are one with you in celebrating, of course, this moment on your third year, and we wish you well, expand more, and invest more in Iloilo, particularly in Pavia. My name is Rhod Tecson, and this is IMT Conversations and IMT News.
IMT Conversations with Rhod Tecson. An incisive and sharp discussion of today's current issues. Ang pagpadayon sa duwa ka dekada nga serbisyo publiko. IMT Conversations with Rhod